If this message reaches you now, it's because understanding has already happened, and what comes next is living. Not someday, not when life becomes calm, but right in the middle of your ordinary, imperfect days. Jesus never waited for silence before living truth. He carried stillness into noise. He carried peace into chaos. And that's the part many people miss. The kingdom of God was not something he visited. It was something he lived from. Living the kingdom within doesn't mean escaping the world. It means no longer being controlled by it. It means your inner state is no longer determined by circumstances. That's why Jesus could sleep in a storm while others panicked. Not because the storm wasn't real, but because fear no longer ruled him. Most people try to change their outer life first, hoping peace will follow. Jesus reversed that order. He lived from peace first and let life respond. This begins in very small ways. In moments no one else sees. When irritation rises and you pause instead of reacting. When fear speaks and you listen without obeying it. When silence appears between two thoughts and you rest there, even for a second. That second is the kingdom. Jesus said, "Seek first the kingdom, not seek better behavior. Not seek approval, seek alignment." When you align with truth, right action follows naturally. Living this way does not make you passive. It makes you clear. You still speak. You still act. But your actions are no longer driven by fear, pride, or the need to prove yourself. They come from presence. That's why Jesus could say hard truths without hatred. Why he could walk away without guilt. Why he could forgive without weakness. He wasn't trying to manage outcomes. He trusted life. In daily life, this looks simple, but it is powerful. When someone upsets you, you notice the reaction before it becomes action. When uncertainty appears, you stay present instead of escaping into worry. When the mind says, "This shouldn't be happening," you return to what is. This is how the kingdom is lived, not through effort, but through awareness. Jesus said, "My yoke is easy and my burden is light." He wasn't denying responsibility. He was revealing a different way of carrying life. Most suffering comes not from what happens, but from resisting what happens. When resistance drops, clarity rises. Living from the kingdom doesn't mean you stop feeling pain. It means pain no longer defines you. Emotions pass through you instead of becoming you. That's freedom. And here is something important. You will forget. You will react. You will fall back into old patterns. Jesus knew that too. That's why compassion was central to his teaching. Not perfection. Every moment is a fresh invitation. No guilt, no scorekeeping. Just return. Return to presence. Return to awareness. Return to truth. Jesus didn't come to be remembered once a week. He came to be lived every day. In conversations, in decisions, in silence, in how you treat yourself when no one else is watching. This is what it means to follow Jesus. Not imitation, but embodiment. Not belief, but alignment. Not fear of God, but intimacy with truth. If your life feels busy, heavy, or uncertain, that's not a problem. That's the place where the kingdom is practiced. The world doesn't need more arguments about Jesus. It needs people who live what he revealed. And if something inside you feels steadier right now, that's not emotion. That's grounding. Truth doesn't overwhelm, it settles. If this message helped you see how to live the kingdom within, subscribe for the next part, where we explore how to stay rooted in truth when life challenges you deeply. Share this with someone who is trying to live spiritually in a demanding world. And remember this, the kingdom of God is not coming. It is already here. And it begins with how you are present in this moment.